Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking about a specific stock, SONIM, going with the ticker SONM. Now in this video, we're going to go towards due diligence, technical analysis, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So SONIM, as basically you can see here on the screen, they have something to do with mobile solutions. Well, it's either industries or in case studies, they do provide you both solutions outsets, and some of their products include devices, Sonimware, accessories, MBK Elite, and also they show their standards. So you might have seen these devices before in the market. I've seen them around AT&T, but they are available in the market in general. And they're supposed to show this kind of rugged kind of devices. Samsung did have a partnership with AT&T where they did provide, I believe it was called the S Active series, where they did look rugged, very similar to this one right here. And the idea is that these devices are harder to break than a fragile, for instance, iPhone, where you put that one on the table and it all smashes. Talking about experience. Now, relating towards their devices itself, you're able to see that they do have some things including Cloud, Scout, Scan, and SOS. And this is basically a powerful array of tools from their own perspective. Now, Sonimware itself is a comprehensive suite of software tools, applications, and utilities that are designed to provide and improve productivity for both workers and management, making it an essential tool that delivers results throughout their entire organization. Now, the ME or Meet Mobile Broadband Kit Elite, or the MBK Elite, this one here is able to provide networks or connectivity in remote areas up to 700 feet of connectivity bubble via either GPS, cellular, or Wi-Fi antennas. And some of the industries they serve, including but not limited to public safety, healthcare, transportation, construction, energy and utility, hospitality, manufacturing, logistics, federal government, and facility management. Now, the presentation here, this is back from June, but it still has a lot of the information we do need today. So what do they do? First, they're an ultra rugged handset portfolio, and SmartScanner handhelds and tablets are in development, selling through leading North America mobile carriers including AT&T, Verizon, Bell, Telus, Rogers, Sprint, and T-Mobile. Now, they have an ultra rugged mobility solutions including handsets, scanners, accessories, and software, and around $4 billion of global market for push-to-talk over cellular phones, posted or poised to further disrupt around $17 billion land mobile radio LMR markets. Now, the expertise in push-to-talk and ultra-rugged design enables the purpose-built devices for the enterprise agency. It also sells through leading mobile carriers in Americas and disruptors in Americas and Europe. There are also design awards in hand for the next generation features, phones, and North American carriers' highest projected volumes for product lifecycle to date. And they're also poised for international expansion with next gen feature phones and the next disruption partnerships. Non-carrier channels remain an untapped opportunity. On other part, why Sonim? So they're a leader in handheld, ultra-rugged mobility solutions with more than 10 years of experience. Sonim Mobility has solutions that the industry standards basically mention or label as ultra-rugged. Now, functionality for tough environments within the industrial and public space or public safety sectors, and core competencies in engineering development for push-to-talk solutions, and they trend toward broadband cellular-based PPT or PTT integrated with display legacy LMR networks. They also combine in-house and engineering expertise in ruggedized products developments with variable cost ODM. Their 2021 product pipeline includes the next generation of feature phones and new handheld devices. They also combine 4 times an increase in the total addressable market for more than almost $5 billion globally. Now, for multiple growth drivers, you have leveraging recent design wins for the next generation feature phones and major carriers including Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint, and leveraging expertise to expand the product offerings and expand go-to-market strategy and international expansions from over there. Now, in terms of business transformation, they got sales and marketing teams expanding to support new products, channels, and markets. They're also enabling fast-paced, lower cash cost developments for current and future products, and carrier channel secured, opening multiple new disruption channels partnership in North America and Europe, and lean operations achieved with outstanding or outsourcing of non-value added tasks to scalable partners. Now, proven management team. You got all these people, including Bob Trivia, which is the president and the chief operating officer. This person here has a proven financial executive with various executive roles, most recently a CFO at Intermedia and formerly as the corporate controller at Dropbox Incorporations. Now, going ahead, they have the push-to-talk services and everything in between that would fit in either construction or workers' performance boost in a day-to-day. Now, their US total PTT, which is push-to-talk users by network, you're able to see that that is expected to increase year per year, just alone between 2022 and 2023. You're looking between 11.1 plus 6.6 to 12.0 plus 7.5. Or I think that's actually in millions as well. Now, in terms of taking a look into their different devices, I'm not going to do that, but you're able to get a bit of a glimpse onto some of their devices and technology. Now, they're anticipating on every point that there will be growth in demand and continued to prosper in that sector. Before moving on, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on. It would help a lot. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video, as I do really appreciate you doing both of those. And if you would like to join our Discord and kind of chat around, it's in the description below, totally free. We're not trying to sell you on a get a rich scheme or anything on that. It's basically just a chat room with a bunch of nice people on there. Now, basically, in terms of institutional buyers, we do see some institutional backings, such as this here 180-degree Capital Core, where they did scoop around 3 million shares a couple of months back. And you see in 2021, there is some institutional buyers that are quite significant. Other than that, you're looking into different institutional buyers, such as Morgan Stanley and others in the last couple of months. But so far, in September, we don't have any institutional buyers activity yet. Now, insiders. Insiders here have sold around 4.5% of the entire float, and the number of insiders buying were actually -2. So there were 2 selling. And these 2 include B. Riley Financial, and those were both in the last 90 days in general, so it's just the same person. And this here, they did sell at a share price anywhere from around 0.3966 to 0.4118, and they did sell millions of shares. They went from around 5.5 million shares, or actually should be around 5.7 million shares, to 2.9 million shares. So they did sell quite a lot for the stock. Now, it could be for a reason where stock was jumping from around 0.36, but I really doubt it, because that was almost at the bottom. If you really did want to sell at a higher cost, you probably would have sold higher, but it could be just a lot of the time these people want to buy a new house, want to get some luxury things, and they just want to sell out. I mean, not sell out the company, but sell out some of their shares because they can exercise additional shares. So I wouldn't take it as a red flag, but just something to keep in mind. Currently, for the short shares availability, there's around 1 million shares available for short selling, borrowing, with a short borrow fee rate of 1.97%, while the short volumes are basically around anywhere from 40% to around 53%, or 54% to be precise. And that just means that on any given day, more than half of the total volume traded is going towards the short side. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, what we do see is that this stock really tried to punch into the 200 SMA on Friday and kind of got rejected. Currently, the 10 SMA is above the 30 MA, which is still very bullish, and that trading action zone is between the 49 cents and the 46 cents. What we're able to see here is that the average directional index, though, is suggesting that this is a start of a trend rather than it being at the end of a trend. So around 24.77 transitioning to 25 showcases that this is the start of a trend into a trend. And we would like to see this one to be a bullish trend. I'll talk a bit more about that, but Willing Percent R, which is very similar to the Relative Strength Index, is not showing that this one is overbought or oversold, but rather on the neutral level. And on the MACD, what we're able to see for this one is that the stock on its own is showing really nice momentum, a really nice strong growth. Similarly, the momentum itself is showing that. Now, in terms of the stochastic fast and stochastic slow, what we're able to see is that this one is jumping upwards, kind of going up towards a ramp upwards. And that is on its own is a very bullish thing, suggesting that there might be another leg up for this one. In terms of volumes are one of the highest this one has ever recorded. And it really shows that there's a lot of attention for this one, especially retail attention. That was massive on all social media fronts. And it's currently showing a massive red candle even with this massive volume, so we're going to discuss this in a second. But first, the Fibonacci retracements as institutional buyers use it. The current resistance on the Fibonacci retracements is 68 cents. Above there, 87, 103, 119, 141, and 170. And if we were looking just on general supports, we're able to see that there is currently a strong support at the 61 cents, going down to 56, going down to 51, and then downwards to 48, going downwards to 40, and downwards to 38. Resistances, though, we're able to see that there is a few resistances onto this level, including 63 cents, upwards to 67 cents, and then 73 cents, and then 78 cents, going upwards to 90 cents, and 98, and then upwards to around 107, 110, 115, 121, 136, and upwards to 156. Now it comes to the question to Ed, what do you think is going to happen here? Now, with the massive volumes, if this kind of attention continues on growing, you might actually end up higher. And if you do break the 0.8 or the 80 cents, you might actually, in fact, reach the dollar and above to $1.20. So this is really kind of in a spring situation where the more it's kind of compressed, the more on its own is there's a lot of anticipation for it. Just one news is going to spring this one right open. Now, it's still a high risk one, and it could be in relations towards some social media influencer or some stock trading quote-unquote guru that is pump and dumping this one. But in all retrospect, it can still move forward, but not as much profits as if you were gone into the 30 cents mark or 36 cents mark. So be very careful of that and keep your stock limits tight. But what do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps. We just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.